The Miss USA pageant last night, and some of us weren't able to watch. I, for one, was watching the season premiere of Ray Donovan. So I asked my good friend Scottie Hughes of TPNN.com to fill us in, and of course she comes shining like the star she is. Welcome, Scottie.
Hi, Dr. Gina. Thanks for having me on. I got to eat a hamburger because I was fasting all day long in honor of the ladies in their swimsuits on Reels last night.
That is so awesome. And at the end of this segment, we're going to have you do a little bikini demonstration. But we have some clips to play of the pageant. First, I want to know, do you think the right woman ultimately was chosen, Scottie?
Depending on the dress, absolutely. Depending on the walk in the bathing suit, they all look like a bunch of people that need to get a donut, so, you know, they kind of all blur together. On behalf of the questioning, frankly, I think that these women have been questioned harder than Hillary Clinton or anybody else on the presidential campaign tour. So, you know, but unfortunately, some of their answers, though, were not so deserving. So in the end, based just on the dress alone, because it is a beauty pageant, yes, I was cheering for Miss Oklahoma #1 and Miss Texas #2.
Okay, and you were kind of live tweeting and I was kind of watching and you were sending me some pictures and I was kind of rooting for Texas, but Miss Oklahoma ultimately took the spoils. And let's watch her on stage question that you mentioned, Scottie.
The Confederate flag, excessive force by police, and same-sex marriage are all recent hot-button issues in our country. What do you think will be the next that we need to tackle on a national level?
I think that we still need to talk about race relations in this country. We have not solved this issue. We are still having problems, and we keep hearing about new issues that are coming up. We really need to work on being an accepting society and being a society where every single person, no matter your race, no matter your gender, is given the same rights and privileges and opportunities.
Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Scottie, what do you think about that answer, and how would you have answered that question?
World peace! Oh, sorry. That was so 2000. You can't answer world peace to any of these questions. You know, my girlfriend actually coached Miss Oklahoma in this question. Here's the problem. You have to understand. These women go in with prefabbed questions. I mean, you know that they're at this stage in the game, pageants are now going to ask controversial questions so they can get the best sound clip the next day that goes viral. So you know it's going into it. So right now, if you look at your top 5 headlines, you are going to get a question on race, on gay marriage, race, or gay marriage. Those are probably going to be your top questions, so you better have something prepared for it. I actually did not like her answer. I think she tried to take a pre-canned answer and come down to it and keep a smile on her face while she was doing it. It was better than others, though, so I'll give her credit there.
All right, now one I think you just might like, if I know you, Miss Texas had a great answer to her question. Let's check it out.
My question to you. Last year, CEOs in the United States made around 300 times as much as the average worker's salary. Should the government impose boundaries on salaries of executives?
That's a very good question. You know, I think that if you work hard enough, you can attain anything. This is the land of opportunity, and CEOs, I believe that they work hard enough for their money, so I think that they should be able to attain whatever it is that they are working for. Thank you. Thank you.
The first obvious question, Scottie, is why was the woman with a British accent talking about U.S. government putting caps on U.S. businesses? But could you have said it better than she did?
No, absolutely A+ on this one. This is why I think that, you know, the only reason why she didn't win was maybe what she gave in her second generic question that was asked of all of them. But this was the best answer of the night. She is getting due praise for it. This is the one clip that has gone viral. And so I give Miss Texas a lot of credit for this. And the truth is, the reason why you had a British woman talking about it is because last week, all of the hosts, all of the music talent, everybody quit. They boycotted the Miss USA. So you could tell that this might not only have been the B team, this might have been the C and D team in some examples.
True, good point. Miss Rhode Island got a chance to talk about political correctness. Let's watch that.
My question to you. Recently, comedian Jerry Seinfeld spoke out against political correctness in our culture. Do you think political correctness is hurting or helping this country, and why?
That's a very good question.
I think that it's a balance of both. We definitely need... I'm sorry, may you please repeat the question once more?
Copy that. Recently, comedian Jerry Seinfeld spoke out against political correctness in our culture. Do you think political correctness is hurting or helping this country, and why?
I think that it's a balance of both. We need the people to remind us, especially politicians, to remind us what to do right, when to do wrong. And it's never...
Time's up. Thanks so much, Rhode Island.
Oh, Scottie, you feel that one. What would your answer have been?
Dear Jesus, God help that woman. You know, it's real simple to say, you know, when I think of political correctness, I think of what is right for people today and what is correct for people. And you know what? That's all by people of their own definition. So to sit there and define an entire culture based on one person's definition is wrong. And I believe we live in a society today where we shouldn't judge others based on what another person believes. More importantly, what you yourself believe is what we need to be encouraging.
I think that's a good point. All right, Miss Marilyn got to comment on the Cuba restrictions being lifted. Here goes.
The United States has agreed to formally reopen its embassy in Cuba. Do you think this change will be a positive one for both countries?
I think that it will be a positive trade. I think that it is an awesome thing to open our doors to all countries, all nations, and to mend our relations with everyone. We should not be holding on to old grudges. We should be moving forward and accepting each other and loving one another and moving forward so that we can create better relations, better society, govern our countries better that way.
Thanks, Marilyn.
Oh, our countries. I thought we only had one country. How would you have responded, Scottie?
Yeah, let's not make friends with the communists. That just 50 years ago, our parents were hiding underneath their desks because they thought there was a nuclear bomb going to explode over them in Illinois. This was one of those examples of a generic question that she tried to fit it down. But sorry, child, Canada is not Cuba. There is a difference.
And I don't really get the feeling that she knew that. Scottie, we promised them that at the end of the show, you were going to show your bikini for the competition just in case
I had
you're
it ready
selected.
to go.
There it is.
So, unfortunately, like I said, I ate a hamburger, and so, oops, no bikini for me tonight.
So, just in case the Donald is watching, Scottie, do you think this was a boost for him, or do you think the ratings plundered? What do you think happened? Because there's a lot of mixed information on this. Very quickly, we're almost out of time.
Absolutely. I think it was a great event for him. They did a great montage of all the girls on there who said, my parents are from other countries and I'm here today. It celebrated the legal immigrants, which was wonderful.
Love that. All right, Scottie, thanks so much for being with us.